playground.
Hooray!
Oh, yeah, we're happy to be here for another episode of the Outcast podcast. I must say, listenership has been through the roof. So congratulations to the team here. Really.
Get out.
Seriously.
That's funny.
We've been doing a good job, man.
I don't know what it is about us Outcasts, but for some reason, people like to listen. I think they like to also incriminate us for things that we say. They're going to hold it against us at some point.
Oh, shit.
I'm already running for office, so shit, keep that shit, bitch.
So just a little disclosure, what you say today could get you deleted from life. You know, your digital footprint can be
Deleted
seen.
from life.
You know, if they want to get rid of you, they'll cancel you.
I don't pay attention to mine. Mine may already be dead.
Let's do a roll call and see how many outcasts we actually have here. The freaking Puerto Rican, are you here?
I am accounted for and present, my friend.
Welcome. Good to see you. Do we have Memphis? He's always awesome. He spreads awesome. He is awesome. Memphis, is he here?
I am present. I am very present, and thank God for Publix chicken tenders. They are
delicious.
So fire.
Yeah. Thank you.
So fire.
Yep.
Memphis brought us in all chicken tenders from Publix.
Gotta
They
look
were
out for the
delicious.
homies, man.
Tomcat is officially here.
What's up?
What's up, Tomcat? I don't want to get the show too far in before we go over your show intro. I saw that you had done some preparation.
I didn't really have a show intro as far as to take away from your show intro. I just had something to say if you were to be like, all right, boom, shoot it.
All right, TK, this is your time to shine. We've come to you.
Yeah.
Give us the intro.
I just had some topic today in May 18th. Did you know? Back on May 18th, 1980, Mount St. Helens erupted.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Which is a volcanic peak.
I remember that.
Where is that at? Where do you think Mount St. Helens is?
That's in Washington State, right?
Good job.
Yeah.
Southwest Washington.
Yep.
Congratulations. You get a golden star,
that was
Memphis.
Ding, ding,
Memphis,
ding, ding.
Yeah. You get some
I
points.
stayed up late and studied.
Yep.
I
It
did.
suffered a massive eruption, killing 57 people and devastating 210 square miles of wilderness. Also, today, one more thing and then I'm done.
Okay.
Also today on May 18th, 1896, I thought this was topical to the
Holy
things
shit.
that we
Long
were
time
talking
ago.
about.
Yeah.
Think about that date, though. 1896, Supreme Court rules separate but equal constitutional in Plessy versus Ferguson. Separate but equal. That's what segregated all public facilities, railway cars, restaurants, hospitals, and schools. But in 1954, that was struck down unanimously by anybody? Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka.
Thank you.
that,
Thank you for that history
That was a
lesson.
good one.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, very good.
Dope. Hell yeah. I love it.
No, it was 1896, some time ago.
Keep it up, man.
Yeah, man.
Great job.
I did
TK.
know that, but I didn't remember. I'm glad you brought that shit up. That's dope.
It's good shit. And I thought it was important to look at since that is a lot of what we're talking about. We're talking about studying things that happened in the past.
No, I love it.
Recognizing it. And I think it's important to note that 1896, they were for segregation, but as they came up, 1954 unanimously
Times have changed,
struck
man.
down.
Yeah.
You know,
Why don't you bring your notes over here so that I could put a scratch and sniff sticker on them? I think you did a really good job, TK.
Yes,
Thank you.
No, that was
Very
dope.
good.
I love
Very
it.
nice.
Yeah.
And let's not take too much shine away from my man, the stash of the 239. Let's hear it for DJ Delia is also in the building. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Good to see you.
I got a special gold sticker for TK for this history lesson. It was nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
That
Very
shit was
nice.
dope,
Special
man.
gold
I
sticker.
like it.
Special
That's a special
sticker.
one.
Well, we had kind of a rough weekend. It seems like across America. We're picking up the pieces after we've had gunfire all across the country. I don't know if you read 2 people killed on Sunday, few hospitalized after a big shooting at a large flea market in Houston. People pulled out some guns. In California, this happened this past Sunday.
They shot at each other, that one?
At
Yes,
the
that's
one
right.
in Houston.
Yes. That's right. Sorry.
So we had 2 people killed in Houston at a flea market. In California, we had another person die, 5 wounded, including 4 in critical condition that may not make it. This was at a Taiwanese congregation
That
in
shit
a
was
church.
crazy.
And this is in Los Angeles. This happened over the weekend. And then, of course, the Chicago came out with their numbers. You can always count on some shots fired on the south side. At least 33 people were shot in the city of Chicago over the weekend. 5 of them died. And violence all across the city of Chicago.
Gang violence?
Well, I don't know exactly these 33 people that were shot in the city, how many of them were from gang violence. I don't know of any mass shootings that happened in Chicago, but it
Right.
seems like every weekend we're talking about shootings there. So we start talking about these easy access to firearms. And then, of course, the biggest one that seems to be getting a lot of attention, which is very sad, the one in Buffalo with this crazy kid who plotted, it seems like, for the last few months, this racist mass shooting at the Top supermarket, where he went into a predominantly black neighborhood and proceeded to, I believe, kill 10 people? 11 people. 11 of the 13 people that were shot were black. And I saw Memphis sent out a text. He wanted to make sure that we talked about this. People start thinking about gun rights. People start thinking about race and hate in the country. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality.
Yeah, no doubt, definitely.
It is.
We're sick, man. We're sick right now as a country. But there's no but to it. It seems that we're reaping what we've sown. Like things are starting to come out that's been kind of hidden in the pocket, and it seems like it's time now where everything's coming to a freaking head nowadays.
I don't disagree with that.
I think and mental illness, which probably plays a part in this, it has to still think like that in today's world. You know what I'm saying? Things. There's so many, but
I don't know. In some cases, yeah, but I think like recently, like this ass in Buffalo is like,
Right.
oh, I wasn't in my right mind. Like, you know what the hell you were doing, and they try to use mental health as an excuse to why they did it, but that shit was premeditated. You know what you were doing.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. They know what the hell they're doing, but just by nature, it's sick to think that way. Like if you see life in that bubble, into ever in my eyes, like I was telling you earlier, I'm not from this earth, bro, because I don't fucking see that shit.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Even if I don't like a motherfucker, I don't want you dead. I don't want you to have less than me. I just don't have to share what the fuck I have with you. Go get yours. Do it.
Yeah, I think you
know what I'm saying?
also have to somewhat look at the parents. I hate to put all the blame on parents because kids are going to do what they're going to do, but you wonder if they were watching what he was doing because he's doing this kind of stuff on the internet. Something happened while he was in high school as well. I think he made some kind of threat, and they evaluated him in high school, but he seemed to check all the boxes to let him go pick up a gun when he was 18.
That's honestly what is the most frustrating about it is he did check all the boxes, and there were warning signs, and he was like put in a mental hospital apparently for saying he was going to shoot up his school. So I mean, I guess
like, how do you slip through the cracks?
I'm definitely, I'm definitely libertarian, where I think that taking away somebody's gun rights is something that should be hard to do.
It should
but
be
at the same, they shouldn't just be able to be like, that guy's crazy, he can't have a gun.
Exactly.
You got to be worried about that. You know what I mean? But
I think most people see it that fucking way. It's like, okay, we don't want to take everything away, but there's got to be a fucking line where just everybody can
I know. But
he should have never gotten that.
All of these issues, if they were so easy, they would have already been figured out. And the thing is, they're just not easy. Whereas it's like, you want to be able to be like, all right, all the crazy people can't have guns.
Yeah,
but who gets to decide who the fuck is crazy?
Right.
Oh, this guy had a lot of warning signs. You get in a mental hospital for violence.
And like I said, it's
violence,
very frustrating.
Just like a criminal.
Apparently what they said is he was like radicalized online during the pandemic is what they were talking about.
Sure.
So I know
there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Online
is
a cesspool of the darkest shit you've ever.
It's terrible.
As far as you want to take it,
site or whatever,
dude. When the internet first came above all I could go on and look at like videos of things I wasn't supposed to see, people being killed that you couldn't see anywhere else.
All right,
my mind just like was curious. So I went to look at all these images and things that I was never able to see before. If you're not of the right mind and you see that shit, it could probably fuck with you pretty bad.
Not me, dude. Like, ever since the internet came around, I've used it for like email and free porn. Like, that's it, dude. Like, I
download music.
That's why legally, for me, when we were talking on the last podcast, we were talking about fucking like how the TikTok or whatever the fuck, the Twitter is the goddamn information mainstream of the goddamn universe. I don't fucking get it, bro. Because
Yeah,
I
it
have a
is.
Twitter account. Like, I haven't changed that shit. I swear I haven't posted on that motherfucker in
Yeah, but what
6
happens
months.
is
Like,
you
I don't,
get information from Twitter in your
No, I
feed on
don't.
articles you read.
But I
People
don't-
will write
I-
articles about
Sure.
this
Right, right, right,
reporter
right.
who
Yeah, yeah.
tweeted this
Yeah.
information.
Sure.
So I think
And then
Twitter
people share that shit and stuff like that.
it was within you. You know,
No,
you
no, no,
just
but I
know
don't
it.
even go
Twitter's
there.
inside you.
It's
I
up
don't
your
even go
ass.
to. No, when I
It
shit,
is
I go
just-
to Facebook. There's nothing but stupid shit
Facebook?
on there. Yeah.
And I stay
Facebook.
clear
See,
away
the
from
thing
that
about
shit.
Facebook, I think, is Facebook's kind of dying off.
Of course, yeah. There
Because
ain't shit
people
on there.
just-
It's just
People
all
are just
stupid
negative
shit.
as shit on Facebook.
But see, you,
But
you
on,
can
on
weed
Instagram,
all that shit out. and
Instagram
just
people are more
look at-
positive. They just give you
Yes.
a fire emoji or
I-
shut the fuck up.
I go on there
which is
once in a
much
while
better.
too. I go on there once in a while too, because you do a lot of tweets on there. So I go to your shit and check
Sure.
your shit out. And
Thank
I
you.
do.
I appreciate
TikTok's
that.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I gotta get
Yeah,
more.
I
I
don't
gotta
do
do
It's
more
like the
TikToking.
new Facebook, but like I don't interact. I don't post shit. I don't do like I'll go and I'll look and like find sometimes some political shit or just some like edgy
Just
shit
drop
that
a
we talk
bomb.
about. No, I won't say nothing, dude. I'll go in the comments and read that
Oh,
shit
yeah, that's fun.
and
That's fun.
just
Enjoy.
the way
You know who's the best
people
at that?
treat each
You
other.
know who's
It's
the best
just
at that?
ridiculous.
Is a
bro.
local
It's
owner of a certain club that
terrible.
we know is so good at lighting a fire. You know what I'm talking about? He just drops every day he drops one and just gets
Dude,
everyone
people
starts going
are
off.
ruthless, dude. Like, you know, that shit's entertainment. I don't take any of that serious. I don't know how anybody can. Like,
What do you think about that, G?
yeah, like,
What, the internet?
yeah. I mean, like,
Well,
what do you
or
use
people-
it for?
About
Like,
people fighting on the internet.
and using it.
I
for,
find
like,
it entertaining.
It's so
you know,
serious.
I
like,
notice
Do you
that
fight
people
on the
like to
internet?
put their no. I try to stay away from any kind of
yeah,
Do you,
Fight on the
Delia?
internet.
negativity and all that. Shit. Yeah,
Do, I-
Delia.
do I
Delia
engage
does.
in the fight?
Delia engages.
Twitter fingers.
I
Do you
do
have
not.
Twitter
That's why he got
No.
that mustache.
When
He
I-
goes on the fights and
Look,
does
yeah.
this, puts his fist up. He's like,
Time.
Right.
Fisticuffs.
Let's duke it out.
Maybe
Sid. Come
maybe
on.
when I was younger, when like it first started, like when when all of us were just like idiots our first time on Facebook, and
Right,
shit,
sure.
like we didn't realize like the magnitude of it, but like now, fuck no.
I feel like if you post something negative, you're like, then your mind is trapped because you're like, wait, like who said something? Somebody said something, and you keep wanting to check back because you're
posting
I,
You
anything.
wanna
I
see if
used
somebody
to
checked
yeah,
back.
I used to try to
Anything.
like post something with like a splash just to see like what people would say, but
Anything, yeah.
like, and then when they do,
anything.
you're like,
You're always checking.
you know
and
what?
shit, and
That
it's
that
like-
might have been a mistake. I probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
the
I've
worst.
done that.
Especially if you're drunk and you wake up to it, you're like,
Oh.
Oh no,
shit,
yeah,
what
no.
I
I'm
do?
getting text messages
I've had
about
tons
this
of
one now.
those.
Like, bro, what's going on?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You never post on social media when you're drunk, man. Never.
But if you don't remember
Yeah.
you did it, that's when you wake
Oh,
up.
yeah.
You're like, oh shit, dick pic on
Yeah,
Facebook. Fuck, I'm blocked.
and they can take
Hope he didn't do no
screenshots.
coke.
Oh, luckily
Yeah,
I'm
and you
not
got the
blocked because they thought it
screenshots.
was a little mushroom, so I'm good. What is that? A Vienna sausage?
Yeah,
We're good here.
Oh, yeah.
Move
TK
along.
went to the cow fields.
I just think on the internet, if you see people
Oh,
start talking about shooting up grocery stores, maybe you should screenshot it and let somebody know, because this kid was saying stuff on his social media that he was wanting to go hurt people and kill people for a while. And
Yeah.
again, somehow these guys fall through the cracks. You can,
And-
but I don't understand, because I see constantly people saying, I'm back from jail. I was just in jail. And really all they said was, I want to take a dump live on the internet. You know, and I got kicked off because I said I wanted to take my phone in the bathroom to take a dump and get kicked off of Facebook. But
Yeah,
you can talk about shooting up a grocery store.
Or you can live
not-
stream it like
yeah.
he did
Like
for
he
2
did.
minutes on Twitch.
And then-
They did take it down fairly quickly.
I
2
saw
minutes.
like the one clip of where
That's-
he was going and
well, I
shooting,
guess.
and did y'all see the clip
Takes
where
a while.
he was about to shoot the white
No.
guy and he realized it was a white guy.
Nothing
And
against
then
Twitch.
the white guy was like, no, and he was like, oh shit, sorry, and kept going and started shooting other motherfuckers.
Who?
The little fucking little bitch in Buffalo.
So wait, he was in one store, came out, went into another one?
No, he was in the same store, but it was a white guy that was a shopper there too, and he was by the
Oh, he
checkout
didn't
counter.
shoot that guy.
And he looked down because he was live streaming, and he noticed, well, this guy's white. I can't. He said, I'm not.
So a
gonna, he
lot
didn't
of
say-
people
he
saw
said-
that
he just-
live
He just
stream,
said
huh?
sorry. He just he pointed the gun at me like, oh sorry, and kept on going.
Did
and,
you
and
watch
started
it?
shoot other people. No, I didn't see. I just saw that clip. I didn't see him shooting.
Yeah,
nobody.
they were recycling that clip I saw
I
on the
didn't see
internet.
that.
Yeah, he was walking up with the gun in hand, almost kind of like one of those views, like you're playing one of the games.
POV.
Mhm.
Yeah, like a point of view, like you said, POV. What is the game that you like to play, TK?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
And
It
actually-
almost looked like Call of Duty. I mean, how much
Shouts
blame?
out to all my Call of Duty players.
video games, I mean, these kids, their brains are soft. They play a little Grand Theft Auto. They play a little of this game like TK. Next thing
Are we
you know,
blaming video games again?
Yeah, exactly.
They've
Don't you
always tried-
dare,
I mean,
Gentry.
remember when Mortal Kombat first came out and they tried to
Stupid
the shit
kids.
talk about that?
Listen, right now we got
All you
right-
grandparents gonna blame
now-
fucking video games
Listen,
for all
right
this
now
shit?
we got
that's
we got Godzilla versus King Kong
Which
in
is
the,
awesome.
in the Call of Duty thing, right?
I like it.
I mean, how
Oh, we can go.
serious
We
are
can
you
go on for
fucking-
hours about how Call of Duty's like falling off a
How
cliff.
serious are you supposed to take it? Right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Fucking,
But-
are you? If you look into this game and you're like, this,
yeah,
I need to start
you're a
killing people,
40-something-year-old
fucking-
man, though. We're talking about a adolescent here, 18 years old.
I mean, we were
Very
once
influential.
adolescents, too. though.
I will say they are.
I'm not
they
giving
are-
this kid a pass. I'm
listen,
just saying
I'm just gonna say this.
what's
I'm
led
gonna
to
be-
him being a fucking dumbass.
I'm going to be real about this. These video games are killing simulations, right? You learn how to use strategy to kill somebody, to kill groups of people if you need to.
Yeah, get your friends, too, on a headset. Let's all
If
go
you
and
had
kill
the
'em.
weapons to move around and you use the communications and the tactics of these people, you could do exactly what you do in the game. Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons
But
is this killing
I'm
simulation
saying,
too.
yeah, but I'm saying there are
You'd
other.
have to be strong enough to
also,
use those weapons.
But Zelda is also a killing simulation.
These
Yeah.
kids need to get back to Oregon Trail.
Mario
Okay.
Kart.
Exactly.
Mario
Learn
Kart is
life.
also a killing
Mario
like
Kart is
simulation.
Mario.
Yeah,
also
okay.
a killing simulation.
Yeah, have you seen
Right.
these motherfuckers driving on the road too?
If you, right. We used to go out. You ever play that GoldenEye one, the 007 one back in the day?
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
that's
I
shit.
played the brown eye one.
Oh, what was his name?
name?
His name was. What was his name?
Memphis.
Don't blame that shit on me, motherfucker. I'll take that shit. Fuck it.
All right, well, let's move on. Did you
Yeah.
guys see that
Very uncomfortable silence here.
LeBron James always
LeBron
making
Oh,
James.
yeah,
headlines?
that's gonna be fun.
He's not playing in this year's playoffs, unfortunately.
He sucks.
He
No, he had a good year.
I think people should stop hating so much
He had a
on
really good year.
LeBron.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
man.
they didn't make the
Did he buy-
playoffs.
did-
Get that
that
man
good
his
of a
props.
year.
He was the greatest player that played in this
I'm
era.
trying to figure out how he grew
Hands
his
down.
hair back
Oh,
up.
sorry. Hands down, I got emotional because I totally
in
believe
this
that.
generation,
Is
me
this
off
In
my
his
mic.
generation,
Is
yeah.
his hairline
In
CGI?
his generation, yeah, I
or
agree
is
with
it-
that.
There's been a few generations before him and a few after.
yeah, I mean, well,
Well, not even after,
Well,
but maybe
he-
one after.
well, since he
We're
came
watching
in
the next
league,
generation grow up now. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but
Kobe
doing
Kobe was involved in the greatest of all time talk for a minute before
Sure.
LeBron came along.
Well,
Definitely.
Well, Kobe came
He
in the
was
league
it.
in
Shaq too.
'97.
Shaq and Kobe were it.
Yeah,
They saved basketball after Jordan left. They were
It's
kind
true.
of they were the baton that then got passed to
Yeah.
LeBron,
Yep.
True.
in my opinion.
100%
The
right.
LeBron baton.
LeBron
and
baton.
now Giannis
Hey,
has.
he was
That's what
king, he was
she
king, man.
said.
King. He ran the NBA for as long as
He
he,
did.
could, and We're out
Motherfucker
of
went to
him.
like 12 straight finals.
Well, now as
Well,
the Eastern Conference
with
Finals,
7 different teams.
as we watch the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals, LeBron is just like us. He has to sit at home like a fan, and he's on his phone a lot. It sounds like
Yeah.
he ended up answering fans' questions on Twitter
Ooh,
just yesterday.
that's fun.
So one of the questions was if you
Is
had.
your hairline CGI?
Oh, come on.
I think that's when you have close to a
CGI.
billion, you can get hair. You know, you can pick it up like
Well,
socks.
you can
He
just
should've
have
cut the shit
somebody
out,
like
man. Bald is beautiful.
Photoshop
Brian,
it in
let that
every
shit go.
single image.
Man,
Get it tattooed.
you need to go ahead and cut it off. Just cut it off.
This-
Bald is beautiful. Come on over to the side.
It's Donald Trump's ass hair.
That hairline, the front, his lining do look fucking crazy though, cause it's like straight, but then you can tell it's like loose in the hair, right in the front.
It's gotten
right.
better though. He's definitely gotten some work done on that hair.
Yeah, he got some plugs, I guess.
So wavy.
he can't work. And he
That's
always wearing
fucked up. You
wave.
gotta.
And he
I don't even
always
watch
have on
that
the
shit,
wave
so I
cap,
can't
too.
even comment.
TK, you right. Listen, he always wearing the fucking wave cap, and you never see no waves in this shit. His shit is like there, man. LeBron can't even grow waves.
He wears that shit so he ain't got to brush his shit. That's why.
I would be mad. I would go take that shit off and get some new shit. Like, dude, I want at least have some waves in my head. You're a black man. You need to represent.
I don't
You
like
know what I'm
hating
saying?
on
Walk
ball.
around
I
with
see
no
some
damn-
nice ass waves in my day.
I'm
Oh, I
bald.
used to have some kick ass waves, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You used
Do
to
ever
dack the
do
wax.
rag and the wax?
Hell yeah.
He use that
And my-
soft ass
the
brush. Yeah.
Every now and again, make sure
My
I
boys
circle
used to
that
do all the
shit.
time. Yeah.
Man,
I used to have tons
the
of
girls be like,
yeah.
ooh, can I touch your waves? No, bitch.
I
You
think
can
you
look
need,
at them, though. Feast your
I think you need to
eyes.
bring them
Disgusting.
waves back, Memphis.
Nah, man.
Oh,
I'm
I thought
bald.
you didn't like talking shit about bald people.
Nah, man, I'm bald, baby.
I
If
didn't-
anything coming back is the mohawk.
I'm also
Yeah,
bald.
where you gonna put them
that's
motherfuckers
right. You
in
had
the
a
back
fucking
where
mohawk,
actually
Memphis. I
grows?
forgot
Yeah, I did.
all
You remember-
about your
I had
fucking
a
mohawk.
I did
It
have
was
a mohawk.
impressive.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Ho-
Yeah, I had a mohawk.
bro,
Yeah, I had a bright red mohawk. It was like
Bright
this tall
red.
all the way back.
straight,
Show
like,
now.
Bright red.
Bright red.
dude.
Do we have
like,
pictures of this?
I got some online somewhere.
Come on, you got to show these
I
guys.
gotta pull up
You
a
gotta-
picture of this.
Not right. You can do it whenever, but man, please show
I
these
gotta
guys.
dig, but I'll find some.
I don't remember that.
We'll
I
put it
totally
in the
forgot
thumbnail
about it.
for this
I've done a
week's
lot of
episode
drugs.
on the.
Yeah.
When he showed up in town, that's how you had it with that. And him and Todd Head were walking around. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, because that motherfucker told me, he said, my
Todd
mohawk
Head.
look better than yours. I'm like, bitch,
You remember
no.
Todd Head?
I'm a,
Todd downtown, right?
Yep.
Bartender.
Oh yeah,
Big old green one.
big head.
he,
He had a
he-
green mohawk.
he
Yeah,
only
yeah.
had- yeah. He had one ball.
And then Mohawk Dave came
Are we done
around
talking
after-
about hair? Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
right,
Let's.
that's
All
right.
right. Yes. Back to
Jesus
LeBron's
Christ.
hairline.
So let's talk about LeBron's hairline some more. We feel like he is losing hair. He isn't losing hair. TK, I know that you're concerned about your hair loss yourself. Is this why you bring this up?
Me? Oh, I take the Propecia pills, but I don't have a lot of
The
money, so I
what?
take the Finasteride, which is a knockoff brand. Like
Okay.
take one a
Does
day.
it seem to be helping you? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe you should get on what LeBron's on. If
I have
the
much
stuff
more
you're-
hair than I would. This light's sure making you see I don't have a lot of hair, so I keep it short. But at least I have some up here, man. When you don't have any, it fucking your head's all shiny on the top.
I've noticed a lot of powerful people
don't
are
know.
bald though. It must be do something good to your brain. You know,
Oh, it's
a,
amazing.
a lot of people that
That's
are bald
the-
seem to be in
That is-
powerful
that is
positions.
the universe sending power down through the top of your head.
It is.
It blows the hair right
You
off
could
your
You better
fucking
speak
fucking head.
on it, TK. You better talk to him. You better let
Okay.
him know.
It's true.
All this
I
damn
like it.
wisdom we
Yeah,
got going on
Connected
right now.
to the Tesla coil.
Jordan was a
On the moon.
bald guy. He was really good. LeBron seems to be going bald. He's pretty good too.
Hey,
you know, so
I'll tell you what, and this comes from me. I guess I'm only speaking for myself, but I think you guys put way more emphasis on it than anybody else does.
What, being bald?
Or going bald? Like
Yeah, hell yeah.
people don't give
Well,
a
I
fuck.
White
went
man
bald, but
freak
I
the
started
fuck
going
out.
bald
Like it's
when I was
cool, man.
young.
Like whatever.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
You
white
still
men
my
be
bro.
freaking the
Yeah,
hell
like,
out.
I
Oh
don't
my
give a
God,
fuck.
my hair's getting thin.
Yeah, that's
What am I
Something-
supposed to do?
you got
Becky
your
won't
girl.
think
Who gives a fuck?
I'm handsome anymore.
Whatever.
Tell her like
I started going
better
bald when I
fucking
was
let it go,
in my
baby.
20s, so it was very traumatic.
I would
remember,
imagine
like,
at
I was
that
tell-
point.
I was telling
If I was
G,
going bald at 20, I'd probably have.
I was telling, not 20, but like 20s, like 23,
21st
24. It
birthday,
was
you gotta
bad.
shave the head.
I've been
It
going
sucked.
gray
well,
since that
24,
point.
24.
I haven't lost hair, but
So it
I'm
sucked.
gray as fuck.
Anyways, I remember like when I was in school and I'd be like looking down on I brush my hair a little bit and little hairs would fall on my book,
Pubes?
on my book. Of course, pubes. How else would I find the crabs? God.
those were in his Hustler magazine. The pubes were in his other magazines, not his school books.
Gross.
So, anyways, it sucked. Losing your hair sucks. And yes, I sounded exactly like Memphis said when I was like, oh my God.
Well, you got a pretty good dome for a bald head, TK.
Thanks.
So
Yeah,
just be
it's
thankful. You know,
very
it's nice,
round.
I need to
round
get a
head.
tattoo.
Your
of a
face is
spider right
round,
here.
like it goes well together.
Yeah, you got a solid head.
Pumpkin head. I'll take it.
Let's move on to these
Ah.
tweets. So LeBron James, balding at home on his Twitter, he decides he's going to start answering questions from fans, some of them pretty good. One of the questions was, if you had to choose one teammate, past or present, in a 2v2 to play MJ and Scotty, who you choosing?
Ooh, that'd be fun.
He chose Kobe, KD, or Kyrie.
Kobe and Shaq.
He didn't say anything about Shaq.
He said teammate?
If you had to choose one teammate, past or present, in a 2v2 to play against MJ
this
and
was
Scotty.
We only
I was
pick-
about to
we're
say,
only
like, when the
picking
fuck
one.
did LeBron
Yeah,
and
he
Kobe
can
go?
only
We're
get
picking
one.
one. We pick one.
Why didn't he pick one?
Because I think he didn't want to specifically mention one name, but if you had to look really close into it, he
Pussy.
picked one, but I don't remember, was he ever a teammate with Kobe?
in the
No.
Olympics and maybe an
Yeah, yeah.
all-star. Maybe
Oh yeah.
maybe an all-star, but that's
Not
about
on a
it.
team.
No,
Not on
because
the NBA team.
no, I think when Kobe was playing, he was never in the West.
And he was
So they
never
never would've played
teammates with
All-Star
KD.
together.
Yeah.
He was never teammates with KD either.
You must be just saying if I could pick like one person.
So I think now I'm
Can I
looking
pick
into this
Larry
further.
Bird? Is that possible?
Mhm.
Larry Bird?
Of course, you picked the white guy.
Of course.
Hey,
course.
Larry Bird
Represent
was.
From French
There's
Indiana.
only one
Hey,
white
Was
guy.
it
in the whole
French
league.
Lick, Indiana?
Far as I
Hey,
can tell.
Larry Bird was the shit though. Don't get
Oh,
it
yeah.
twisted. Larry would
Boston
bust your
Celtics.
ass and talk mad shit
Oh, no,
while
he can
doing
play.
it.
No.
He'll
There
tell
is-
you
there
like,
is
He
one
and
more white
Robert
guy.
Parrish.
Steph Curry. No.
That whole team was nasty,
Just kidding.
bro. Hate playing them.
Also,
I love
Luca.
Subway
I
subs.
mean,
Luka
Luca's a white
Doncic.
guy.
Luca Bird.
Yeah.
I see. I'm not into Luka right now, man. He's too goofy looking for me right now.
He's
man.
crushing it.
He
Yeah.
is, but
He's
I
fucking
don't
people up.
enjoy watching him play at all. Like I
You
really
better
root
watch it.
against him.
That
I
kid's-
really do.
But he's far
probably
too
gonna win.
goofy. He's far too goofy.
He is, but he is good, and I can see him being like getting better. But like I just really want him to lose. Like I just cannot support him. I don't get his vibe right now. Maybe it'll change. It was with Giannis. I didn't like Giannis either, and then I'm like, okay, this motherfucker, I want him to win, and he won, and he's all right. But I don't know about Luka. It's gonna be a while.
Or is it the other way around? He got to win first, then you like him.
Oh,
Well, yeah, you know what the hell I mean.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you're a
yeah,
wagon
yeah.
rider, are we?
So,
Yeah.
so to me, when I read this tweet, I see it's kind of a diss to
That's
Kyrie. They ask
Oh,
him
yeah?
to choose a teammate. He just picks Kobe, KD, and then he says or Kyrie. Like if he had to pick a teammate. Or Kyrie.
But Kyrie's not allowed to play because of the vaccine, right?
Oh, he's back.
Oh, okay.
TK.
Good
You got to
thing.
keep up
Good
with your
thing.
sports.
Didn't him and
Alright.
Kyrie have an issue
Kinda.
a while back?
Yeah,
Well-
they ended up separating, but like on good, it's like a divorce where you get a divorce, but you say, we left on good terms. But really, what that means is I hate that fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
I completely understand. No.
Yeah, I do remember
Always.
when Kyrie got drafted, the Cavs, went first, and LeBron was still in Miami. It was
Right.
like his second to last year in Miami, or maybe his last.
I think those were like the few couple of years before Kyrie went crazy. Honestly.
Yeah, because they came when
Did he go full
LeBron came
Kanye?
back, when
Or-
LeBron came back to Cleveland,
I love
and
it.
Kyrie started feeling some kind of way because he thought it was his team, and LeBron's like, no, motherfucker, this my team. I could take my talent somewhere and come back home. You a visitor, bitch. And then Kyrie went off his square shortly after that.
Well,
Okay.
another user asked LeBron James who his favorite player under the age of 25 is.
Uh-oh.
LeBron James.
Said LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron
LeBron
James.
James is my favorite player.
He said under 25. I
Uh-huh.
think LeBron James is almost 40.
He
Oh my
is.
God.
Yeah.
Luka, he's my favorite player.
Luka?
So LeBron said Luka was his favorite player under 25 in his little chat while everyone's watching the playoffs. He's at home on his Twitter. So then another user asks him, you 100% plan on playing with Bronny, which is, of course, his son, little Bronny.
Mm-hmm.
And he tweets back, that's the plan, God willing.
Oh, the God willing.
God willing.
He says
You
it.
know how old is his son?
I think Bronny's a junior now.
In high school?
Yeah, junior, maybe.
I think he's going to be going into his senior season this
Yeah.
next year.
So LeBron would be around
He need to play like
45.
2 more years.
Yeah,
three
2 more years.
How come all the
Three to be
how
safe.
come all the people who do the greatest things you ever see believe in God?
I don't know,
What?
dude.
What did you just say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn, how big was that freaking hit you took off that?
Are you
Ray.
back on your notes over there? What do you? What's going on over there?
God willing, he says. Will you? Will
Holly's
you?
berries.
That's just a saying.
I love them.
It's
Yeah,
just
God's
a
willing.
saying.
I think
I think it's the truth. God's willing it all.
oh sure.
Without God's will, it don't happen.
The next
That's
question
within you though.
that was asked to LeBron James was, "What is your top 5 hip hop albums?"
Oh, really?
And so LeBron gave
That's
his top 5.
Okay.
And what were they?
The Chronic was one of them.
All right.
That's the Dr. Dre.
I got that one.
He gave Life After Death. That would be the great Notorious B.I.G.
I got Ready to Die, but
How'd I
yeah.
have it?
He also did the Black Album, which is
Jay-Z.
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 Negative.
The
Goes
Black
for
Album is
negative.
the shit.
I could be confused though with Metallica had a Black Album. He was
did.
talking hip hop, so
No, lyrics were way better on that one.
yeah. So you think so?
So it's a
Just
guitar
fucking
solo.
around.
And then finally, let's see. He also picked the last one that he picked was Nas. It was written.
It was written. See, that album is so overlooked. I think
I got
I
Illmatic.
personally, I wouldn't give it 5 mics, but I'd definitely give it 4.5.
Oh, and I also forgot
Nas-
about he did Doggy
because
Style
that was his
as
second,
well.
That was his second album.
Yeah.
So
Doggy-
fucking good.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
picked Doggy Style as well.
Okay.
Definitely. I agree with all his choices.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
disagree. Like I
don't-
can't.
Yeah, I don't disagree. He ain't putting none of that new shit on like Lil whoever the fuck. We like
Well,
really. Dude,
What's your 5,
really?
Memphis?
My 5. Hold on, I wrote it down because.
Apparently you didn't write it down.
Yeah, I did. Hold on. Here it is. All right. So here's my top 5 albums of all time, my favorites, right? All right, here's the first one. Too Short, Born to Mac.
Okay. Oakland in the house.
The second one, Master P, the Ice Cream Man.
That's fine.
He really showed the rappers how to be an entrepreneur. That
did.
Master P.
He did.
He did it right.
Paved the way.
My third one,
His son's killing him too.
ain't he? Romeo, that's the homie boy. My third one, A-Ball MJG Coming Out Hard.
That's old school, like
A Houston rap, right?
No, that's Memphis, baby.
That's South.
That's Memphis.
Okay, I thought they
No,
were.
It's
that's
Southern
Memphis.
music. Yeah, that's definitely Southern
Memphis.
music.
All right, Memphis.
All right. Number
That's it.
4.
You made that?
Rip 8 Ball.
Yeah,
Fucking with you.
I wish.
What?
Number 4, NWA, Straight Outta Compton.
That's
Oh,
my
man.
number one.
That's a good one.
And the last one, my
Crazy
fifth
motherfucker
one,
named Ice Cube.
yeah, MC Ren Controls the Automatic.
That's a fun one.
It's true.
I didn't like that
Good
whole
collection.
album though.
What? You
Just
did not
some
like
of it.
Straight Outta Compton?
No, I love it. Yeah, no, it's my number one.
Oh, I'm about to say, bro,
Hmm.
man, we gonna have to go outside. All right, my number 5 favorite album of all time, Ghetto Boys, Grip It on the Other Level.
That's a fun one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Houston.
Yeah,
You
that's
got a
Houston.
lot of South
That's
Ghetto
influence.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Delia? You're from a little bit younger generation.
Yeah, mine was
I'm sure
pretty
you got some
straightforward.
Kanye in there.
Drake.
Kanye
I
West.
did have Kanye.
Kids
I had the
love
college
Kanye.
dropout.
Okay.
I had Chronic. I
Okay.
had Ready to Die.
Uh-huh.
I did have Straight Outta Compton. And then, what was that, 4?
Yep.
I think I said the Carter. Like Lil
Oh,
Wayne.
yeah,
back
Lil
when
Wayne.
he was
You
like
gotta
coming
get Lil
on.
Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, the freaking Puerto
Respectable.
Rican?
I got Straight Outta Compton.
Mm.
All right. I got the Chronic, obviously. License to Ill.
Yeah.
DC Boy. That's
that
one of
cover
those
was
classics,
so fucking
dude.
dope, too.
Come on. Raising Hell. Run DMC.
Yep.
It's got some classics on there.
Yeah,
Peter Piper.
I like that.
all that. And then the infamous Mobb Deep.
Yes.
That album is
Yes,
sick.
I
that whole
agree.
that song speaks. That whole album speaks to your being.
You
Like,
didn't have any Bad Bunny on there. Figured you
Any
being.
Bad Bunny.
I figured
He
you
just
being
came
the
out 10
freaking-
years ago.
I know, but you said you're the freaking Puerto Rican, and I
Why
mean, you
would
didn't
he
even
want-
pick any Bad Bunny.
Why
What's
would he want to
the
put
matter
Bad
with you?
Bunny on
Nobody
because
said
he's Puerto
albums.
Rican?
Like, yeah, you smart ass motherfucker.
I can't
I
even
do have
pick a
a-
Bad Bunny album if I thought of
I
one.
don't. Yeah, I have one album. It's old school freestyle music, like classic, like Latino type, like club music
yeah.
from back in the day. Scars of Love by TKA. The album's sick. A lot of classics on
Tusabe.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Tusabe.
So
Tomcat, I see you taking notes over there. Do you have your 5 greatest hip hop albums of all time?
I also had Dr. Dre, The Chronic, Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers.
That's
I
a
remember
dope-
blasting
Right.
that
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
was.
Cash rules everything
Yes, sir.
around me.
Yeah, that was back when you would you'd buy the album and you'd sit there and listen to the
Listen
whole
to it
album.
front to back.
And these
No
albums,
skips.
everything was great.
nothing.
The skits in this album
The-
are fucking amazing.
I'll
Yeah.
fucking.
I'll bang your fucking nuts.
I'll keep feeding you. I'll sew your asshole
Asshole
clothes and
clothes.
keep feeding you
And-
and feeding you.
I mean, I used to listen to that shit over and over. My mom was like, "Stop playing that shit," and I'll
Yep.
be laughing my ass off because I'm like, "Can you imagine him sewing your asshole clothes and he keep feeding you?"
and feeding you.
That's fucked
I'll
up.
take a rusty screwdriver and I'll take that motherfucker and I'll smash it through your motherfucking tongue, bitch.
I'll
Having
take
the
a
energy
fucking-
of all those big,
Do they still do
those
skits?
big
Do they still do skits on
personalities
his
on the
albums
album.
like that?
Sometimes every now and again,
I feel like they don't do skits as much as they used to.
Not
No.
like they used to.
No,
but
It's a
yeah,
lost
they
art.
don't.
It's
They
a
don't
lost
even
art.
make
It is.
albums. They
It
don't
is.
make
They
albums
make-
anymore.
They don't.
This
That's
whole-
also true.
this
They don't
whole
do
new-
like old school albums.
outside of
anymore.
like Kendrick, Cole, and maybe a couple others that do like little skits. Everybody else, they don't have the creativity, man. They just don't have it.
Remember
They
the
just don't have
Pussy Caper? Remember that one?
Ooh, boy, you better stop talking. That shit's
So
fucking
going down the
fantastic.
list, my next one was 2 CDs, Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
Nice. That's
a good one.
I remember you'd like loan your friend one of the CDs and then you just have the one and play it and then you'd switch it and you didn't care which one you had because they were both fucking awesome.
Right.
And then the next one was Biggie, Ready to Die. Delia had that. That was a good one.
All right.
And then I had to switch my 5th one to Mobb Deep because, man, I remember how much I loved
They're
those songs.
so good, man.
The infamous Mobb Deep.
They're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Havoc and Prodigy, man. Rest
Yeah,
in peace,
no,
Prodigy.
I
I've-
wore that shit out.
Everything they put out is so good.
I have my 5 here. I did change a couple because I didn't want to pick the same ones TK picked. No, I'm just kidding. Number 5, I have I'm Bad, LL Cool J.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's one of my
sir.
favorites.
I
Ever.
Need Love was on that album
I
too.
like it.
Yeah.
I
I
like
lay
it.
down my jacket so you can walk over a puddle.
Yeah,
Going back
yeah.
to Cali was on that record.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Dear
it was a great album.
Yvette was on that
It
record.
was. It was.
It's a good one. And
Yeah.
I'm Bad is on that
I'm
record.
bad. Yeah, it is.
Is Mom? No, the
damn.
next one is Mama Said Knock You Out. That's the next actual.
that's the
whole
next album.
Shit.
Then you the other
They had my
album
radio on it.
I loved
Or
was
was before?
No, that was before that.
Bone Thugs and
Okay.
Harmony, East
Ooh,
99.
that first
Right.
That's a
one.
good one.
Oh yeah.
Good one.
For the love
the-
of money.
It's the
Yeah.
first of the
Oh,
month.
I had,
my
a,
God.
I had my little system back then,
Oh,
and
no,
my
no.
fucking I had a little Chrysler LeBaron drop top piece of
LeBaron.
shit. I had my mom got me some little hammer rims on there. I
Oh,
had
yeah.
a tape
East
deck.
99.
I had a tape
East
deck with that fucking with that shit.
Nice.
Click, and it would play that shit, and then click, click, flip over to the other side if I was lucky. Play the other side. Boom,
People
for the
sleep on
love
Bone
of
got-
money, boom,
Bone
I had
got
the
some serious
Yeah.
the
hits,
fucking
man.
shock absorbers,
I
the shocks
wish I
in the
knew
back.
you there, dude. I'd be laughing my
I
ass
remember
off.
I
You
went
would've
to
too,
Holy
bro.
shit.
I was
I
such a
remember I
poser.
saw they as a fucking
That's
Oh,
concert
such a
and
little
shit.
fucking.
This next
Bone
one I
Thugs,
have
hell
on my
yeah.
list is one that I felt so bad, but it felt so good listening to it. That would be Two Live Crew.
Yes.
As nasty as they
Uh-huh.
want to be.
I was thinking about that album
Man,
really hard.
oh
Yes, sir.
man, I learned about.
That's big.
They the
especially
reason
here
you
in
got
Florida.
this sticker on
Yeah,
your
And let me
fucking
tell
shit.
you-
and Poison Clan's album.
And let me tell
Oh,
you,
yeah, the
that
first one.
album,
Yeah.
that album solidified the free speech for
Yep.
people to drop albums for until now
Sure.
because
Sure
they
did.
went to war and Bruce Springsteen went to war with them and allowed them to record Band in the USA, use his
Right.
He sure
song
did.
to do Band in the USA, and they went to fight and they won the right to make the nasty ass music about Pop and P,
Yeah.
and Push and P, and all the shit they still talk about today. Although they're getting indicted for it now, but you know you can talk about whatever you want to. You just
You
can't
can.
go. You just can't be like, oh, I went out and shot somebody today, and then be like on the song like, hey, I went to Walmart, shot somebody today. It's 9:45 p.m.
Yeah.
Boom bada boom bada.
That album is also the
That's not
reason
good.
why
Press that.
there is the parental advisory
Yes, it
stickers
is.
Sure.
on
Yeah,
the albums.
there
Because
is.
if you are going to say pop that pussy, you got to
It's
put
gotta
a
have a
little
sticker.
little sticker
Or
on.
if
Sure.
you say you want to, you know, fuck, what all the other shit they used to say?
Oh,
Man,
Doo-doo
everything.
Brown,
whatever
I mean,
fucking you
Doo-doo
can bring out
Brown
of your
is shit.
imagination, dude.
I had no idea that women popped that pussy until I heard that song.
I love that shit. When it first came out, I was still in Chicago, dude, and we used to mix the acapella with house beats.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Don't we need to? I
Incredible,
think we
bro.
need to
I
get
think on
back to
that
that.
same-
We
what's
need to
the-
make a remix.
let's do it.
Wasn't that
That's
song
fucking sick, bro.
Put
You
in,
just said it. You
put
just
in the
said what we
bug.
need to do.
Is that on that, ain't that on the album too? That put her in the bug, and they go use that the word.
Put it in the bug.
Oh man, I don't
Yeah.
remember, dude. You know how many drugs I've done since I've heard
We
that
do
goddamn
know.
album?
We
Man,
know.
it's so fucking good. These kids just don't know.
It's
And
apparent.
then I would also have to mention
Quite obvious.
Raising Hell by Run DMC.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
Tricky and
Yeah.
all those great songs.
Yeah,
And
isn't
Doggy
that-
Doggy
And
Style.
Doggy Style.
Doggy Style's a hard one.
Yeah.
I wanted to put that one on there too. That one definitely had an influence on me, probably in a negative way, because boy, we wanted to be some gangsters when we heard that Doggy Style album.
Didn't I say
And
Raising Hell?
We weren't,
You did say
but
Raising
we
Hell.
sure wanted to be.
I can't remember. I'm
Mhm.
high.
All right, let's move on to another topic. We're
All right.
shifting gears. I don't know if you guys ever listened to Red Table Talk. This is the show.
Oh, that shit was fucking. What's that bitch?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah,
Come on, now.
She gets her daughter around and her grandmother around, and everybody, talks about the first time.
Now,
that
is
they-
it the girl or is it the girl that looks like a boy, or is it the little boy that looks like a girl?
It depends on which episode you're watching,
Is it
TK.
Okay.
They
Well,
both been on there.
I guess on
I
one
don't even pay
of
attention.
these episodes, Jada Pinkett Smith talks a lot about sex, and she mentions that her grandmother, taught her some things
Her
when
mama's mama.
when she was young. I have some of the audio here.
Oh boy.
Let's go ahead and give it a play. This is from Red Table Talk here.
But I can always
That's loud.
tell, like, you can just see the maturity.
Yeah.
I remember my first sexual experience was amazing. I wouldn't say amazing, like, oh, but like, I remember Gammy saying to me, oh, I wish I could be there to hold your hand. That's going to be terrible.
Ooh.
What did she say? She said she wished her
Her grandmother could be there to hold her hand.
Well, she
Gross.
took it in the puss. Let's continue to listen.
First time,
Yeah.
puss pop.
This is interesting.
Looking for grandma
let's
to be
see where
there
this
to fucking
goes.
coach her
Come on,
on.
let's-
Grammy,
shit.
hold my
Let's see where this
hand.
goes.
Yeah, I
hear
remember
that.
her telling me
Mine
that
Don't
was.
stop.
because hers was
That
terrible.
was my experience.
Damn.
It was very painful and
Yeah, and mine wasn't. It actually was like,
Good
and
Lord.
it was
Revelation.
It was it was like okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
all right, you know. But I also came
dang.
into it differently. My grandmother taught me
Wrong hole
about
is probably the
self-pleasuring
problem.
because she wanted me to know that pleasure was from me.
Exactly.
She didn't want me to fall into the hands of a man, and if he gave me pleasure, to think that was him. And she taught me at 9.
Well, that took a left turn real quick. Jesus, thought we were at pleasure, and all of a sudden she was like, this motherfucker trying to be my overlord before I take him to dick. What?
God damn.
Hold on a second.
So, to recap what she just said, what I think she just said is that her grandmother wishes that she was with Jada the first time she had sex so that they could hold hands. And then she also mentioned that her grandmother taught her to pleasure herself at 9 because she didn't want her to think that it was a man pleasuring her, that she could pleasure herself. I'm thinking 9 might be a little too young to be having your daughter or your son or, hey,
I'm thinking
we teach you how to
anytime that your
jerk off.
grandma wants to talk to you about jerking your spank and, fucking folding up your pizza there, whatever the women do down there, fucking, flippity
She was
flopping, the
definitely grandma's
DJ, a little
favorite,
flippity
I'll
flopping
tell you
down there.
that.
Yeah,
Let me,
that having your grandma talk to you about this.
Let me play devil's advocate because I'm obviously
have you taught any of your kids how to jerk off, Grandma?
Never. But let me just say,
this is how you do it, kids. Look at
let
you
Daddy
gotta
show
lean into it.
no,
Let me get you on the right
trust
site.
me, my son learned all by himself. I didn't have to show him nothing. All right. No, but playing devil's advocate here, you don't understand somebody's mindset of why they would want to engage in this type of knowledge with somebody who could experience, because you notice when she said her great grandmother told her that when she first did it that she hated it, it was painful, maybe because she was getting raped.
Oh, that's not good.
Wait
a minute.
maybe because
That
maybe
took a
because
wrong turn.
no, but I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Maybe she's talking about, hey, like, you got people
I
that are
think
going to take
she's
it all
talk-
out,
I
or maybe she's even telling her, like, look, like, you don't have to be with a man because he makes you feel this way.
That's
You
true.
can do this
I get
yourself.
that. That's a
And-
healthy thing for a woman to know.
Sure.
That's true.
Now, is 9 a young age for us in today's world, the way we see it? Probably so. But, I mean, there's no telling what her mentality is teaching, her granddaughter this, or even for that matter,
She must
what
be
type of
working for Disney.
predicament possible. There's no telling what position she could have come
I
from, or
just
she
got
could
this
even
job
be
at
in,
Disney
or
and they
have
told me to
had
talk
been
to my
in. You know what I'm
granddaughter.
saying? So it's
Right.
like we got to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
like
I
we
know.
wouldn't, I wouldn't, but
Yeah, I know, man, but it's I don't know. That's just
that
weird.
it does explain a lot about her personality
gonna
and
say,
how
it's
she is
just
with
fucking
Will
weird.
Smith.
I think she's just talking
So
about
she's gotten
that
it from her
sometimes
grandma and her mom, and now the way she is, and now her daughter is the way she is because of who her grandma and her mom is, and not sure if she's met her great grandma, but that you can see that line, that lineage of fucking crazy.
Do you think it could be a story that she's just telling for her red table to make people go,
No.
"Oh my God,
Nah.
her grandmother showed her how to whack off at 9."
Nah, I mean,
I mean,
nah,
there could be a
bro.
lot of that too. I think.
I
we
mean-
can
I
do
mean,
that,
we're
yeah.
talking about the chick that like made her husband go slap Chris Rock on stage, right?
Well, I think the grandma's just talking more about how it hurts sometimes the first time a woman has sex.
Well, yeah,
Haven't you ever heard that? Haven't you heard
yeah, I've
women
heard
say
that before.
Especially if you're with somebody that has a large cock,
Well,
like
yeah.
yours,
Yeah,
TK.
Well, you ever, look,
The way you be
what are
living.
you laughing at? You want me to whip this fucking beast out right now? Boing,
Only gonna hurt for a second, baby.
boing. And
No,
I mean,
totally understand it.
millisecond.
But the way she said it was like she hated it, like.
Right.
yeah. I don't see how that's possible.
I mean, I hope not.
I don't see it because
hope-
from a guy's perspective, I couldn't see hating it. I mean, the smell was definitely off-putting in the beginning.
Jesus Christ, who are you fucking?
Well, a young, when the girls are young, sometimes,
How young,
they've been
TK?
playing. I don't
How
know.
old
how
were
you
you when you
tell us,
lost
yeah.
your virginity, TK?
I'm gonna say probably like 15.
How was she?
I don't know. The same age, around the same age.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I
guess
mean, I'd
that's-
messed around with girls before that, but probably had
before
sex
you,
when I was
but the
15
first
or-
time you
first,
actually
like,
put your
dick
Peter
and
Weeder
puss.
inside a vagina and you
It's a
felt
good
something
age.
afterwards.
Did you wear a
I
condom?
don't know if she did.
Did you
but
wear a condom the first time?
I tried.
TK?
Yeah, I tried.
tried
but that
putting one
shit
on?
sucks. And again, the smell.
It threw you off. She had a smelly hoo-ha.
It's off-putting. But
A smelly hoo-ha
I was
will
gonna
be
say a joke that
off-putting.
would have been horrible. I'm glad I didn't.
I like
you're
to get
supposed
the.
to. That's what
No.
this whole shit's about.
No, this was way.
Let's hear from
Now
Delia
we're all gonna
about
wonder
this
what it was,
about this
Ramo.
topic.
I'll tell you off the air.
We haven't heard from the younger generation. I know
Yeah.
that this new generation, they're a little more
Do tell.
into talking about their sexuality at a younger age. I know
Sure.
we've heard that they want to start teaching certain things in school at a younger age. I mean, maybe I'm just old school. Maybe 9 years old is when you should start playing with your little hoo-ha. What do you think, Delia?
You little fucking pizza pie.
I don't know if I
Speaking
don't know if I
on-
have
on
much of an
behalf of
opinion
your
on this one,
generation.
to be honest. But
I think I got boners when I was 9.
Yeah, I definitely got
how old?
boners
How
when I
old are
was
you?
young.
How old are you in 5th grade?
When you're in 5th grade, I'm going to guess to say
eight.
You're around like
9,
10,
12.
Yeah, right.
12.
maybe 11.
Maybe 11. Anywhere
Okay.
between 9 and 12.
I mean, I will say that like, so I guess like to kind of lean on devil's advocate, like kids are growing up younger.
All them goddamn
nowadays,
hormones in our
yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know. I don't know about that. I mean, just like,
Yeah.
kids
That's
are
a different show.
kids are smarter younger today.
They're
like, nowadays.
exposed
They're
to a lot
exposed to
more.
a lot of things. Like,
Internet.
yeah.
Yeah, they have a
So,
supercomputer in their hand.
Like I said, when I
Mhm.
was in 5th grade, we took sex ed in 5th grade. So and that's so you're already like what, like 10. So I don't think it would be like out of like absolutely fucking crazy to think that like someone could like talk to their kid at 9
Right.
and then not have it like be explained to you by like a teacher or something.
If my dad came in and
I just
started
don't,
talking to
I
me
don't
about
know.
jerking
Grandma,
off,
I just don't.
Like,
I just,
get outta here,
the fuck
Pops.
out of here. Like, I don't know.
I do my own jerking
Right.
off, Dad.
Well,
Like, I just,
okay.
why-
So I
I
have a
don't-
story. I have a story.
That's something you figure out.
I got a
It's-
story.
It's at the exact same fucking distance from your hand for a reason. Your hand literally it falls right where it is.
Yeah.
You'll figure
It
it
works
out.
itself out, Grandma.
Grandma, I got this.
I know what to
Memphis
do.
says he has a story. I can't wait
That's
to hear.
fucking
it.
Please,
crazy,
yeah, do
right?
tell. That's what I'm waiting for.
Okay, so I guess around 6 or 7 years old. Y'all know I got like a crazy big family, and like I like admire my older cousins and shit. Well, my cousin, I'm not gonna say his name and what he does for a living because he has a really, really like very prominent job, and I don't know nobody. It's like that's your motherfucking cousin. They use this shit against his ass when he try to run for re-election and shit. So anyway, we're young kids, and he's like having sex with this girl in the house, and we was like peeking behind the curtain to look, and he saw us, and he was like, "Come on in and sit in the corner."
Oh no.
And we watched him have sex with this girl, and the whole shit. And that's
How old were you?
Like 6, 7.
This
And you
now
were watching
everything
who
is
fought?
making sense
cousin.
now. Now we know why the escapade
no
to fuck
shit.
all the bitches in the
My
50
cousin.
states
No
now.
wonder you're such a sexual
like-
dynamo.
You were like, I gotta
Yeah.
be like
What
this
was his
guy.
name?
man. This
Sexual
guy's fucking-"
chocolate. He was like, "Y'all sit y'all ass down right there. I'm about to
Man.
get me some pussy.
And who is this dirty motherfucker?
Take
that's
your
doing that to
panties
these
off,
little
bitch.
kids? They can fucking,
We about to fuck.
that's fucked up.
Well,
Put on some Teddy
Well, I tell you
Pendergrass.
what,
You
if my
kids
mom, if my mom hears this episode,
You're-
she'll figure it out quick and be mad as hell. She'll call him and cuss his ass
What was
out.
his name? I was
I
your
can't.
cousin.
I
We're
can't
sorry,
tell you.
Mama
Rollo?
Memphis. Sorry,
His
Mama.
uncle's name's Rollo.
Mom will hear this and be like, "What the fuck?"
Rollo, what you doing?
Go sit over there and watch. That's just depraved a little bit, you know?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
that shit-
I'm gonna show you how to fuck some pussy. You wanna learn how to fuck some pussy?
And
All
then-
right, sit down, shut the fuck
I ain't
up.
gonna lie though. After that,
And then he starts
I
showing
was
it.
like, "Oh, so that's how
He
you
starts
do it,
showing
huh?"
out.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
She starts queefing. It's like, oh no, it's getting better.
Damn, baby, slow down.
But what's funny? My brothers lost their virginity
Kids are
before
like,
I did, and I'm the
"Yeah."
oldest. Ain't that some shit?
That's crazy.
I remember the first time I saw a sex act was my babysitter. This was back in the See, I
Oh,
grew up with
Lord.
DJ Dad.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Oh shit.
I lived in an apartment with my dad
This is
Fucking
fun.
and,
stereo
and my
bumping.
dad's buddy, DJ Dimebag Dave.
Okay.
So
I like it.
DJ, my dad was BJ the DJ, and then his buddy was Dimebag Dave.
Nice.
Well, Dimebag Dave would watch me while my dad would go to
Get
work.
a dime bag, apparently.
And Dimebag Dave would, I'd sometimes have a babysitter. She was kind of hot. Then all of a sudden, one time I woke up on the couch, I remember, and I went to go, check to see if my dad was in his bed, but my dad wasn't. Dimebag Dave was in the bed with my babysitter.
You told on Dimebag Dave, didn't you?
She was riding him, I remember, and it was
Nice.
one of those 80s bushes, like where you
wow.
full-on bush.
She got
I
big
was
ass
like,
tits.
whoa, look
Got
at
some
that.
nice tits.
So big she might have been
Whoa.
sucking his dick. You wouldn't have known because
Yeah,
it could have been her head hair or her bush.
Did you close
she
the door and
looked
go
great.
jack off to it?
I was pretty young. I was only like 5 years old.
Damn. You
But
were
I
But
did-
you
enjoyable
can't
at
So,
12.
remember
yes.
that shit. You don't forget that
I'll
shit. Like,
never forget it. That's something that is cemented
Did you
into my
tell?
mind.
Did you tell on Dimebag Dave? I need to know.
Well, I've told the story on other radio shows in the past,
So
so I've told
technically
on
he's-
him before.
Does
Mr.
he know?
Dimebag is fully aware.
he knows.
Dimebag knows.
What'd your
I've
dad
had the
say?
conversation
Did
with
your
him.
dad get
He don't
mad
give
at
a
Dimebag
shit.
Dave?
You know what my dad said when I mentioned it to him? He
What?
said, the babysitter was pretty hot.
BJ is cool, man.
Can you imagine if you walked in and your dad was doing the babysitter and shit? Would that
Oh,
freak you
damn.
out?
He probably
I-
thought that for a second.
I
If she
wouldn't
was
have wanted
riding
to see
him.
my dad. You don't ever want to see your parents. That's the thing.
I walked in on my mom once. It was not. I was like, oh.
You did walk in on your mom?
Yeah, I walked. I was like, oh no.
Oh, luckily I never.
And she was like,
My mom walked in on me masturbating.
You should
one
be
time. That's just
traumatized.
very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
Oh, that's
That
it's,
is.
it's so much. It's so much
Very
worse that way.
embarrassing.
It's so much worse that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to knock.
But I still got to finish, so I'll be out in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm in here exercising right now. My wrist.
Damn,
oh, shit.
yeah. That's a terrible position.
Whatever you do, don't
I'm
wash the sock.
studying.
Don't wash this sock.
This is my special sock.
Don't wash this sock. It folds.
Wash this rag under your bed.
There is one thing we didn't talk about on the show that we finished the show last week with.
What was that?
Remember I said my son was now working with a guy who says, I know TK.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the last time I saw TK, he was being arrested. I didn't have all the details.
Sure. I
So
hear that a lot.
Now I have
I get that.
some more of the details. My
All
son
right.
even talked to you about it,
Sure.
TK. Please refresh our memory. You work with a guy that now works with my son who knows you, who says you got arrested at a Hooters once, and he was there to see it.
He did. I
What
guess
happened?
he was there. I don't know. I did get arrested at Hooters once.
How the fuck you get arrested
What
at
did you
Hooters, man?
So I went to the beach and was drinking at the beach. Also,
People do that
might have been
often.
taking
At the
Xanax
beach.
bars,
Xanny bars.
possibly.
God damn.
And then I went to Hooters. I was totally buzzase wasted, and so I started taking the condiments and like throwing them off the thing there. I don't know why.
Like the ketchups and the
ketchups
mayonnaises.
and the mustards and the mayonnaises, and they were landing on cars, and the girls weren't happy, so they told me. So then I told them,
You weren't happy.
I didn't care. So then I went and so then I jumped over the thing and walked on the cars.
You
Hey,
walked on cars in front of
walked-
Hooters.
I walked on the cars. Well, I jumped from one car to the next, basically. And then I went then I went to one of the hotels and went swimming for a while. And then I went to go back to my car to go to work because I had to work. So when I got to my car, the cops were there though. They ruined
waiting
They
for you.
ruined it.
And
And
dog.
then they hogtied me. And then
Hogtied?
You were being really belligerent, huh?
Yeah,
I was
you're
being
being a dick.
extremely belligerent at
We've
the
been
time.
in the studio with a fucking criminal this
Where
whole
were you
time.
working at?
The entire time.
That you're
The
gonna go to
entire
work.
time.
That you're gonna go to work.
Yeah,
after
no, I was
that.
working at another restaurant. I would have been your waiter. I'd have come in like,
What do you want?
I think
You
I
were
think-
gonna go wait at a table.
Yep.
After doing bars and drinking so drunk that
It's
you
Florida,
get
man.
arrested.
got arrested. I had to call
That is
my
some Florida
manager
man shit.
It's
from the
Florida, man.
substation and tell her I wasn't coming in because I got arrested.
Or the most sober he
Sorry.
was all week.
Can't come in.
Yeah.
note
So
to
you
HR.
didn't get a lawyer, huh?
Arrested.
That goes your call.
I had a public defender or something, I think.
That
We
was
need to
your
make
one
a
call.
note to HR. We have to do better background checks around here before we start hiring people here at the studio.
I would assume so. Jeez.
Man, I guess that didn't come back on your background check.
Holy
Who did
shit!
you pay
No,
out to
I
get
got
that
better
shit?
ones than that.
That's yeah.
Crap.
We'll talk about that on next week's show. I
Thank
did
you.
want to try to
Oh,
end the show,
shit.
though, on some positive news. I know we talked about shootings that have happened across the country. You know, kids,
Terrible.
don't take your games so serious. You know, play the video games. Don't go out there and kill real innocent lives. It's not, it's just not what you should be doing.
Don't walk on cars.
But we talk about a lot of negative things in the news. I'd like to talk about something positive.
Let's
and
do it.
A Florida man involved.
What?
Have you seen the movie Airplane? Or maybe you've seen them test this on Mythbusters. Is it possible for a passenger with no flying experience to land an airplane if there's a calm voice on the radio telling them how to land the plane? Did you guys hear about this story?
I did.
I did.
A little bit.
Yep.
Now, that's what happened recently aboard this small engine plane.
This dude was he was a student, so he was already a flight student.
It says here that the air traffic controller, Robert, a certified flight instructor with over 1,200 hours of flight time, was having a lunch break near his control tower at Fort Pierce.
Slacker.
When he got a disturbing call about a plane that needed help as it was flying in from the Bahamas.
So he was disturbed.
He says he rushes over there and he starts talking with the guy, and it says here that the passengers are now flying the plane, he says on the radio, and I have no flying experience. That was what the gentleman said.
All right, never mind. You're right.
Then they start talking back and forth, and between the radio calls with the plane, Morgan, this guy, organized air traffic.
So it was Captain Morgan, eh?
At Palm Beach.
That's great.
The biggest run, found him the biggest runway area where he knew it'd give him a chance to aim the target with the plane, and he ends up putting the plane on the ground, and they gave him a 10 for 10 for the landing.
Nice.
During a very emotional exchange, they say, between
I'm sure they were being very generous.
and they're calling him a real hero.
They graded him on a curve.
The
Yeah.
great American hero.
A Florida man.
Florida man.
Yeah, for him, that was amazing.
As
Those two
amazing
things don't
as
go
that
together
is,
all
and
the
I
time.
applaud him, I am very disappointed.
But they obviously
because
didn't serve alcohol
I
on
do
that
not want to
flight.
see Florida man in anything good.
Yeah, because we
I
get.
don't want anything. So I need like
you do
three-
know you're-
He's disrespecting the name
Yeah,
of
I
Florida
need, like,
man.
three-
What's wrong with him?
Quick, tell me
What's
what
wrong with
happened.
this Florida
what
man?
Did Florida
Did
man
he
do?
smack a bitch or something?
Did Florida
Just
man
tell
do
me.
anything? Can we leave with Florida man doing
Yeah,
something
what-
crazy?
what
What's the
happened?
latest thing that Florida man is
I
But
doing?
to
got
be
it.
clear, when he landed, he shot an alligator. So
Did
there's
he
that.
kill the pilot?
And he
He
did.
That's why he had to
Right.
fly.
He killed the pilot and
Yeah.
then had to drive the plane home.
Yeah.
There you go.
What would they fly back from the Bahamas anyway? What would they bring?
Cocaine.
It does show.
Ramos.
Did it with a parrot on his shoulder,
And
the
that's how you got
sunglasses
him.
or something.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
It does show that this Florida man, at some point in his life, did try bath salts. So that
Yeah.
does confirm him as a true Florida man.
Attaboy.
Another Outcast podcast in the books.
Yeah, man.
I know that corporate is really happy about the show around here. We just keep delivering the big numbers. And
Nice.
for that,
We need motherfucking raises.
we're going to be
Motherfucking raises,
working on
bitch.
raises around here for everyone.
Nice. How
you
about
got-
some pizza?
You got anything to say, Ramo,
The
as
pizza
we
party
sign off
time?
today?
I do. I do have something to say. I want to say that just because you don't understand, you don't like, you don't want to know somebody, something, that's okay. You don't have to. That doesn't mean they can't exist and have everything you have as well. They don't want yours. Nobody wants yours. They want their own, just like you want your own.
That was deep. TK, I know you have notes. Do you have anything to end the show on? With your notes?
That was just the opening, yeah.
Did you have a close?
I said, how many legs does a dog have if you call his tail a leg?
Oh, no.
What did you say?
How many legs does a dog have if you call his tail a leg?
I don't know.
4.
5? 4?
5. Saying his tail is a leg doesn't make it a tail.
Isn't that something
so
that
it's 4.
Abe Lincoln said once?
It is. That's an Abe Lincoln quote.
I think he was high.
He probably was.
He was
He
probably high.
hung
Not
out
as
with
high
the
as me,
brothers.
though.
Huh? Obviously, he was cool.
Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you back next week.
Later.